Hello, survivors! Multi-user action Crossout is regularly improved with constant updates. Of course, you know all the major changes, but some smaller details may occasionally slip away. Today's episode is dedicated to these details. Meet 11 features of Crossout which you most probably didn't know about. You can connect your Gaijin account to Steam Profile. The game is currently available on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. You can play the computer version both through the downloaded client found on the official website and through Steam. The most important thing is that you can connect your Valve profile with Gaijin account, not losing the progress. To do this, you have to use the corresponding option on the login screen. This function works only when you've never entered the Steam version before. All the additional sets can be acquired on the market. The only exception are construction parts. Moreover, you don't need to put in your money. All the required gold can be obtained by selling unnecessary parts and resources. All the prices are formed by the players. Parts can be improved. You can create one improved item using 3 identical ones. Possible improvements will be displayed on the menu during the creation process, and the part will eventually get on random feature. This can be done several times. The effects won't summarize, but rather follow each other. Upgraded parts can't be sold on the market. You can assemble a random ride out of the warehouse parts. In one of the recent updates, survivors got an opportunity to craft a random, most appropriate craft out of the parts they already have in the warehouse. You'd have to use the corresponding button in the garage. Don't forget to save the ride taking up the slot, since an automatically generated ride will replace it. By the way, you can only look for those craft made of the parts currently available to you at the exhibition. Use this button. You'd better have different rides for PvE and PvP. To craft a genuinely effective ride, you'd have to constantly take into account its concept and future focus. PvP and PvE are 2 very diverse modes with diverse goals to be successfully played with the same ride. It's better to craft a different one for each mode. While looking for inspiration, you may draw from the models at the exhibition marked with corresponding abbreviations. Coolers and radiators work in a different way. Don't mix up its purpose and principles of work. Coolers help weaponry cool faster, while radiators increase the time of potential overheating. The choice of the module depends on the chosen goals. It's acceptable to install both kinds at the same time, or several of one kind if the right energy level allows for that. With the right energy boost, you can get more reputation. Energy boost is a special parameter renewed on a daily basis. While survivors are fresh, they earn 4 times more reputation up until earning 60,000 total points. You can learn more about your energy boost hovering above the fight button. Drivers influence the game. Each game faction provides you with your own driver. Getting reputation from the faction, you'll gradually upgrade your partner's skills. They, in turn, guarantee small but nice bonuses. Increased damage to weaponry or durability, increased module effectiveness, etc. In other words, it's easier with the driver. You can sometimes use them in temporary events, as in recent tank clash. Invisible rides can be uncovered. Crafts moving on Earth leave traces even when invisible. If you suspect that someone might be around, look at the ground more often. Even hovers give themselves away. You can see hot air distortion in the rear. Fast dye is done by pressing one button. If you don't want to make the craft too motley, your ride can be dyed in one chosen color in a second. Press the O button and it's done. A new Cerberus cabin can be used in the races. The built-in side cutters don't limit it out of taking part in this mode, but they won't deal any damage. It's still forbidden by the rules. Which of these have you already known? Which of y'all been using for a long time? What have you just found out? Crossout is a complex game which already has lots of life hacks. If you know any of them, share in the comments. Good luck in combat.